Hi everyone, welcome back. So far we have covered a lot of questions, and in this video we are going to talk about question number 16. The question is, a pod appychip with image nginx is in default namespace and it is not running. Find the problem and fix it and make it running. So we are given in the question that a pod, it is already created but it's not running. So we need to find the problem and then fix it. So let's go ahead and jump into the scenario. So we are here in the Killer Coder playground. As per the question, the pod name is appychip. So let us see if the pod is running or not. So let's run kubectl get pods, and as we can see, there is indeed a pod name appychip and it is not ready. It is in pending state. So there is definitely some issue with the pod and we need to debug and find out what is the issue and fix that issue to make it running. So let us go ahead. The first thing we should do is, before jumping into anything else, we should describe the pod so that it will list out all the events and we can see if there is any issue in those events. There could be an issue in pulling the image, or there could be some other issue. So let us go ahead and describe the pod to see what's the issue. So let's run kubectl describe pod appychip. Okay, so it will give you all the detail like name, namespace, labels, everything. And down below we have event section, and here the type of event, the reason. So reason is failed scheduling, and this is from default scheduler. 0 of 2 nodes are available. So here is an error. Node had untolerated tent, color blue. So one node had untolerated tent. So basically both nodes are not available because of tent. So there is some tent applied on the node. So kubectl get nodes, kubectl describe nodes node 01. So we have described the node details, and here we should find somewhere about the tents and toleration, but this is a lot of details. It will take time to find out the tent section. So let us run the same command. Instead we will just going to grab the tent. Okay, so T should be capital. The tents applied is color equals to blue and no schedule. So this is the tent applied to the node. Now what we need to do is, to make this pod running, we need to have toleration in the pod so that it can match this tent. So let us jump to Kubernetes documentation, and here as you can see, this is how a node is tented using this command kubectl tent. And there are two ways. One is like we can just remove the tent, but that should not be desirable because we should fix the pod, right? So we should have toleration section in the pod like this. This is the toleration section, and here we will specify the key as color and operator equal value should be blue. So we need to edit the pod, and to edit the pod we need to take it into a file and then add the toleration. So let's go ahead and do that. Kubectl get pod appychip, and we want the output in YML format, and let's save this to appychip.yml. Now we should have this appychip.yml. We should have all the details present here. So we have toleration specified over here. I'm going to copy it from documentation, and I'm going to specify one more toleration. We need to align it. The key should be color and operator is equal, and value should be blue. So we have applied the toleration. Let's apply this file. Kubectl apply -f appychip.yml. Okay, so it says it has been configured. So let us go ahead and check kubectl get pods. Okay, as you can see, now the appychip pod is running. Let's describe the pod. Kubectl describe pod appychip. And as you can see, it has pulled the image successfully, and it has created the container and started the container successfully. And as you can see, it has toleration now as set to color equals to blue. So this is all for this question. This question is done. Let's move on to the next one. So next question is question number 17. It says create a replica set with name appychip and image as nginx 1.18, and the replica should be 4. So we need to create a replica set in this case, not a deployment or service or a pod. we need to create a ReplicaSet kind of object. Then there is already a pod running in the cluster. Make sure that the total count of the pod running in the cluster is not more than 4. That means there is already a pod running from this ReplicaSet. We need to make sure that when we are creating a new ReplicaSet, the total count should match to 4. So let's go ahead and first of all check if the pod is already running. So here I am on the playground. So let's run kubectl get pods. And here, as you can see, a ReplicaSet appychip is running. I mean, there is a pod running from ReplicaSet. I have copied a ReplicaSet definition file. It's a YML file, and I'm going to match the configuration with which the pod is already running. So in this case, like if pod is already running, and if we specify number of pods, so it will already take consideration the existing pod and it will create the remaining ReplicaSet. So let's see this in action. So here I am on appychip rs.yml file. So as you can see right now, the replica is 1. I'm just going to edit it and make the replicas to 4 because this is what being asked in the question. Now we have replica count as 4. All the details are exactly same. I have already kept it. I have all the details in this YML file. As per the question, we need to have 1.18 image and replica count should be 4 and the name should be appychip. So we have taken care of all these details. We have appychip name, we have replica count 4 and the image as 1.18, and these labels are just names. You can name it whatever you want. So we are good with this file. Let's just save this and apply this kubectl apply -f appychip rs.yml. Okay, the ReplicaSet has been configured. Let's go ahead and see kubectl get pods. Okay, so we have now 4 pods running, which is the desired result. This question is complete. I'm getting quite a good response from all of you and I'm really humbled with all your support. This is keeping me motivated to make more videos. I hope you clear the exam. And one more thing, if you are watching this series of CKA questions and if you appear for the CKA exam, then please do let us know how was your exam or how much you scored and what was your experience. If you face some different kind of questions, then you can suggest me and I'm gonna create more content around it. So this will help everyone. So I'm really looking forward for your support to share your experience around CKA exam. Please stay subscribed and like the video.